Good morning, everyone. My name is Emily Buzzard, and I'm a senior in the social work program here, and I have a minor in psychology. As I sat down to write this speech, I took some time to reflect on my years here at Daemen and the path that led me to where I am today. During this reflection, there were a lot of laughs, tears, and feelings of pride and accomplishment. Since 2014, I've been quite the busy bee. I am a member of the Social Work Alliance and held office as vice president. I'm currently the past president of the honors program. I'm a resident assistant in Canavan Hall, and I am a member of 2 collegiate honor societies, Psi Chi and Phi Alpha. In my first year, I was inducted into the Daemen College Honors Program. At first, I was a bit worried that it would be too much work on my plate, but I was gladly mistaken. By being in the honors program, I was given the opportunity to travel to Chicago and Seattle for 4 days and attend the National Collegiate Honors Conference in 2015 and 2016. Believe it or not, it was my first time on a plane. At these conferences, we were able to learn about how other colleges across the country ran their honors programs and found ways in which to better our program here at Daemen College. Through these conferences, I was able to work with Honors Program Director Dr. Matthew Ward and Vice President of Student Affairs Dr. Greg Nair on relocating the Dr. Peter A. Sedlecki Honors Lounge. Thanks to the hard work and support from Daemen, we now have an honors house that serves as both a lounge and a residential space for our members. Within this space, we are able to study, plan for our annual events, print for free, and have a space we can call our own. Some of the events that the honors program holds includes Balls for Bucks, Culture Night, Battle of the Brains, holiday parties, and each fall we participate in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer in Buffalo. Being a member of the honors program has given me endless opportunities. I've been able to travel, build closer relationships with faculty, dive deeper into class topics that interest me, apply for scholarships, and improve my leadership skills. I can't wait to see how this program will continue to grow over time and impact the lives of students for years to come. One semester, I took a women's history class. I had a requirement that I needed to fulfill, and this class seemed to fit the bill. However, this class became more than just fulfilling a requirement. I went on a trip with my professor, Dr. Messenger, and a couple fellow students to Seneca Falls. We toured the town, went to the Women's Rights National Historical Park, and were able to see firsthand the groundwork that the women before us had laid so that we could have the rights that we have today. However, the fight for equality still continues. This trip inspired me to stand up for these inequalities and remember that all men and women are created equal and in turn should be treated as such. I was given the amazing opportunity to travel to the Dominican Republic for a 2-week service trip. I had the pleasure of traveling with 15 fellow students and one of my social work professors, Dr. Diane Bessel. During the first week, my friend and I stayed with Herr Trudy's, our wonderful host mother. When it was time for our first meal, we were both a bit nervous as to what would be placed in front of us. But, to our surprise, we looked down and found a full plate of spaghetti. We both looked over at our host mom, and she just chuckled and said she wanted to make us feel at home and ease us into her culture. Herr Trudy's opened up her home to us and shared with us her culture, language, and beauty of her country. I remember in the mornings, we'd wake up, she would have a hot breakfast waiting for us, and an episode of Jorge El Curioso, or Curious George, playing, because that was the only thing our Spanish skills could keep up with. Later, we traveled out of Santo Domingo and over to the small town of Lecheria. The people of Lecheria welcomed us with open arms and gave us a tour of their homes. As I walked through the town, I was in shock. It was one of those things that truly doesn't sink in until you see it. The houses were made of scrap metal and barely patched together. Large families were living in houses the size of a bathroom. The floors were dirt and the doors or blankets are non-existent. I felt guilty just knowing that I had a house to go home to and a water bottle in my hand full of clean drinking water. Due to these poor conditions, my peers and I alternated between holding educational groups and helping build bleachers for the community's basketball court. The group that I was a part of focused on teaching teenagers in the village about money management skills in hopes for a brighter future. We also had the opportunity to talk with them one-on-one and learn about their personal stories and struggles. During my studies, my classmates and I conducted research for Access of Western New York, a nonprofit organization that supports members of the Arab American community and people of other nationalities living in America. My group focused on examining the experiences of first and second generation Muslim immigrants in Lackawanna, New York, as it relates to their identity, use of resources, and the supports needed to foster their integration into society and quality of life. It was exciting to conduct live research for an organization and know that our efforts are going to help people in the community. After we collected our data, we presented our preliminary findings at Daemen's Academic Festival. We provided recommendations to improve programming, services, and supports based on the needs of each generation. Some of the recommendations included implementing Muslim-specific interventions for first-generation individuals and providing resources or workshops that help individuals learn how to balance multiple cultures. Now, in my senior year, I'm gaining experience in the field and applying what I have learned in the classroom to real-life situations. I had the honor of being selected to complete my fieldwork at the Erie County District Attorney's Office in the Victim Witness Bureau. When my supervisor saw that I was from Daemen, he told me that he already knew I was going to do a phenomenal job. Hearing this on your first day makes you feel pretty good. I felt like I was already one step ahead of the game. In my placement, I accompany victims to county, city, and criminal court and provide information, support, and guidance. I also explain the court process, act as a liaison between crime victims and the Office of Victim Services, and assist in the compilation, distribution, and submission of victim impact statements. I've also had the opportunity of working within multiple bureaus, including vehicular crimes, domestic violence, and special victims, where I have been able to sit in on forensic interviews at the Child Advocacy Center and work alongside Child Protective Services, attorneys, and Buffalo police investigators. Within the process of providing these services, I'm able to practice and demonstrate my knowledge of the generous intervention model and other models that I've learned about in the classroom. Daemen gave me a strong foundation of knowledge and skills that prepared me for working out in the field. Everything that I learned was put to the test when my supervisor asked me to take on his workload while he was away. This was a major turning point in my field because it reflected the amount of trust and confidence that my supervisor had in me and my skills as a social worker. Working on these cases have brought me closer to the attorneys, advocates, and court officers, and has made me feel like I am a respected and valuable member of the District Attorney's Office. This experience has furthered my drive to pursue my master's degree in social work this upcoming fall at Daemen and enter into the Advanced Standing Graduate Program. I recently just had the opportunity to interview at 2 agencies in Buffalo for my graduate field placement. To my surprise, I was offered a position at both agencies with potential job offers if I do well at my time there. After going back and forth between the 2 agencies, I decided to sit down with the graduate field coordinator and talk about my options. Together, we discussed my future career goals and which agency would be the best fit. Now that I've made my decision, I can proudly say that I have accepted the position at Child and Family Services and will be working alongside their mental health counselors in the fall. After graduate school, I plan to obtain my license and hope to fulfill my dream of becoming a child trauma or mental health therapist in Western New York. One last thing that I would like to share with you goes back to my first moments here at Daemen College. When I came to visit this campus and saw all of the opportunities that were possible here, I decided to make a Daemen College achievement list. The list that I created was a way to keep me motivated and accountable for my successes here. Some of the achievements I'm most proud of include being named one of Daemen's top 10 freshmen, making the Dean's List, becoming a resident assistant, traveling abroad, appearing on a Daemen billboard and postcard, and speaking at a Daemen event, which I never thought I'd actually be doing, but here I am standing in front of all of you today. Reaching the achievements on my list has proved to me that Daemen makes things happen. No goal, no dream is too far out of reach. I encourage all of you to think about the things you'd like to accomplish while you are here at Daemen. Whether it be academic, social, global, or personal. Make a list and hold yourself accountable. There are endless amounts of opportunities at your feet. All you have to do is pick them up. The faculty and staff here are like family. They will be there to push you, guide you, and support you as you grow into your professional self. So thank you for coming today, and congratulations. I hope to see all of you on campus next year. I know you all do great things and make Daemen, your families, but most importantly yourselves proud. Your time at Daemen starts now. Enjoy every second of it. I know I did. Thank you.